Well, good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today what I thought we'd do is just go through how to put in a harbour connection, so with the cargo and also with the passenger connection as well. What I have already done is set out an area where I want this to go. So what I've done is I've actually terraformed a lot of this to get it really flat, makes it look really nice. I've used the quay wall up against there as well to just gives a nice clean finish, because I'll show you the difference and then you can see what I mean. So when you put in a ship here, so just go for harbour. Say for instance you're here, it looks a bit wonky, it's not very nice, doesn't look great. I mean you can do that, it's cheaper to do it either way. So what I did first of all is I got the landscaping tools. I wanted to level that terrain off, so I'll just show you over here. So I went to just above the water line, around about here. And on the PS4, you just press square to the set where you want it to be. And then you just press X to push it back. Get the strength up. Push it right back. Like this. Obviously makes it nice and level when you're putting roads in and everything else. And then you just go along the edge to make it nice and uniform. So yeah, by the way, check out my other video I put up with yesterday. I did a 30-minute quick build, which didn't work out too well actually, to be fair. Now what you need to make sure you're doing is when you do any terraform near water, is do it always before everything else, because you get this going on. It always settles down after a while. You put on 3 speed. And then what I do is you go along to your tools here. Not that one. Let's just say obviously when you're building the harbour, it just looks so much nicer. As you can see. Nice smooth finish. Then when you bring in your ship, this is the other thing you need to bear in mind, is you need to connect it to the route. As you can see where the routes are, there's these yellow ones here, they come in and out. So for this example it hasn't really worked very well, but that would sit up against there, much neater. Which brings me on to the next subject, just where I placed it, because obviously when you're terraforming and everything else, make sure you can connect to the route before you do it, because it was a bit pointless. So yeah, that's the way to do that. As you can see, the water level now has settled down. So what I'm going to do now is just go through placing a few bits on here. What I've also done is I can see here that I've got a massive district here for oil, so it's why I'm going to put a cargo harbour down here as well. I've set this as a district, and then what you do is you go into your industry specialisations and you set that as oil. So anything relative to that, and it's good because it gives you a higher tax income as well. So what I'm going to do is put the harbour here, so cargo harbour, and there you go. So it goes green and it connects to the ferry route, shipping route. Just place it down about there. As you can see, it sits nicely against this edge there. Looks really good. Okay, so what we need to do now is connect this up to the road which I've got going around the whole area. Now we know it's going to get quite busy with trucks coming in and out. So what I like to do is use the freeform tool, because then I can snap it to the quay wall as well, just so it keeps it quite nice and uniform. But what I'm going to do is get it curving up here. Now when I'm building roads and that sort of thing, I like to make sure that the land looks quite nice. So rather than being really lumpy and that sort of thing, I do like a lot of terraforming. The other thing you can do is use the slope tool, which I really like. So say for instance you want the road to go up to here, and the road to go all the way up to there. What you want to do is start it up here, so that's your end point. So select that with the square, and then just hold it down round about there, and then we just hold it like this. A nice smooth connection. There we go. So what that means then, it goes a bit flat there because it's making a kink in the road there. So what that means is it just looks a lot neater when it goes up. And it doesn't take much longer, but it just looks a lot nicer. So it's coming off like this. And just comes about there. See, it looks much more finished look. So also the truck's going to come in. In fact, no, they're not going to come that way, are they? Yeah, they're going to come in from the other way. So that's the exit there. So what they're going to do is they're going to come down here. So we need to build another connection down here. Put it onto straight. Let's just go across like this. So that is effectively their loop. So they're going to come in, unload, and go off. Now what you may find as well is a lot of the traffic may go up here and go off up to the other area, to the whole rest of the city. But for this purpose, just to demonstrate how we set up a cargo harbour. Now what I need to do as well is connect that to electricity and water, so it won't function. We need to get our water pipes. Now I know I've got a water source here, but that is for the residential area up here, so it won't probably be enough. So what I am going to do is put in a pumping station here, although put it here so it doesn't actually interrupt with the sewage coming out. Just for now, I'll go there. I will connect this into the main system as well. Make use of that extra input. And I want some power. So what I am going to do is put in. I don't think we've got all we have. That's good. Let's use one of these. That'll do. I think I'll probably put a couple of those in. And then obviously you need to make sure you bring in your power lines. It's not going to quite fit there, is it? I don't think it will jump across. Let's see. Some pause. Let's wait for these to start generating electricity. Oh, if I unpause, it would help, wouldn't it? Are you going to jump across? I don't think you are. No. Okay. Let's get a little bit closer. But unfortunately, I can't do that, so I'm going to do... That's better. Just bring them there for now. So what you've now got is you've got your main cargo harbour there. Trucks will come in, offload, and you'll get lots of goods coming in as well. My main reason for putting this here is because I've got this oil industry going to be developing here, which I know is going to generate a lot of traffic, and I want to try and keep that away from the main city. So what I'm also going to need to do is connect up the oil industry to the highway, but I will tackle that on another episode. So yeah, that is setting up the cargo harbour. Quite simple, but make sure you do the terraforming, because that is just gives a much cleaner look. And I tried to sort of look at what real life is like really, and try and make sure that it looks good. Now the other thing I want to do as well is put in a passenger harbour as well. So what I've done is I'm going to put this one over here. And again, as you can see, up against the quay wall, still connects to the ferry route. Keep it a good enough distance away from the freight as well. So let's pop that one down there. Let's bring in the water. and we need to then connect that to the road. Let's go on a little bit further. And this is going to get quite busy here. And the other thing I want to do as well is I want to bring in a train station down here as well. Reason being is I know it will create a lot more traffic, so if you put a train station here, they can then connect into the main hub. So my plan is they've got a train line coming in already, which I've already set in. They go all the way up here, and goes into our main hub here. And then we can then set up a line coming in, and then they can go wherever else they want in the city. There's an underground metro connected to that as well, which then connects to everywhere else. Okay, so let's just pop the train station in as well. Which is this one here. I mean, it would be nice if it was on the same side of the road, but that's not going to happen because you can't build it on water. I mean, I could terraform it so it could come out, terraform the land, but I quite like the fact it's quite clean like that. So let's place that one down there. And then we would connect the train line. So we're using our freeform. I use freeform quite a bit because it just makes it a little bit more natural. And then we're going to just connect that up. Oh, where are you? Wait for it to look like it's going straight, and then you just do that. There we go. Now, if you're unaware how to set up train lines, here we go. So, if you want internal traffic only, you don't want intercity, you need to first of all switch it off, because otherwise you will get a lot of intercity traffic coming down here. So you go into here, and then you just untap that one there. So yeah, what we're going to do now is set up a line, which will come from here, all the way up that line, and it goes into this one here. Just check it's the right one. You know it's right because it will start flashing, so it shows there's a connection there, so you just press that there, and you always need to make sure you complete the line, so then go back down here, and press complete line. And they want power. Of course they do. So let's just bring that across. Now, what my other plan is when this gets a bit more developed, I'm going to put in a bit more commercial down here, that sort of thing. Might do that in a future episode perhaps. Just bring this over here. And then we're going to connect that there. So yeah, so we've got Cargo Harbour, and we've got now the ferry terminal as well. So we should now start getting ferries coming in into the city. They'll bring tourists in, all that sort of thing. So yeah, operating normally. So the train now should start appearing here as well. So yeah, what I've also done as well, which I quite like, is made this sort of breakwater coming out, because the water flow here is so fast that it was flooding constantly. So very much like in real life, obviously. As you can see from here, the information here, you can see the water flow now is pretty much negligible. You can always tell it's big by the shape of the arrows here. Okay, so there's our cargo harbour. Very basic start, but it just gives you an idea, maybe gives you some help. Obviously, if you've got any feedback, if you think we could have done it differently or better or whatever, by all means let me know. And I will perhaps go on to do another episode, just further maybe building this up, putting more commercial down here, maybe a few hotels, so obviously when people come in to stop overnight, maybe waiting for the ferry, that sort of thing. Bit of realism, bit of a story to it, and yeah, I'm going to go on to develop a bit more of this industry here. My next episode will probably be connecting this up to the outside, because obviously at the moment the only connection these people have got to the ferry is by train, which fine is okay, but obviously the industry is not set up yet as well. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Do that next few days. Also, please do subscribe, and obviously you'll know exactly when the next episodes are coming up. Okay, guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.